Isn't it like, this is the Titty and Shiner Show? Or something like that? Is that what we do?
No, it's not the Titty and Shiner Show. That's the Titty and Shiner Show. And it's not even East Coast Bow Hunting Podcast intro. This is our intro, your intro to Todd Orndorff on the Toddcast, baby. Here we go. Take it away. You got it.
We're talking about a man.
That's me.
Who's esteemed. He's known worldwide.
You heard him.
He has listeners everywhere.
Woo!
Damn near every corner of the globe.
That's far.
Mr. Todd.
Let's go. I'm a podcast veteran. Been in the game for 10 years. I got the co-host that knows most, and that's Johnny. And I'm Toddy. This is the TC.
What's up, and good evening to you. This is Todd Orndorff for the Toddcast, coming at you from the great state of PA, Central PA to be exact. My name is Todd Orndorff. I'll be your party host for this evening, and along with me today, the hype man for Tattooed in the Wild, the raging redneck himself, Johnny Simonetti, or Simonetti. What's up, my homie?
What's up, homie? Long time coming, brother. Long time coming.
Where you been? I've been looking for you.
Dude, we had a lot going on. I'm not, your boys over at these comic drop shows wanted me to throw you under the bus. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. It wasn't even Todd. It was me. I had a lot of shit going on, too. I wasn't available.
No, that ain't the case.
Yes, it is. So much stuff's been going on, dude.
Hey, now listen, folks. First of all, before I go in and tell the story why we're just now putting a show out, what were the Atomic Drop Show boys doing? Sir Justin Time and Kyle Cruz. They were trying to throw me under the bus. I know I'm on a milk carton in Rochester, New York, and in Orlando, Florida. I know there was a hashtag Where's Todd, that's been trending.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what.
What have you heard?
That was classic. Dude, the milk carton post was classic. And I told Ben, I said, dude, that was classic.
Hell of a photo. That was a good choice on them. Thank you very much.
That was good. It was good.
So what'd they say?
Oh, nothing. They just wanted me to throw you on the bus, wanted to know where you were at. And I'm like, hey, man, life happens, shit happens. Things don't always work out, but no, I'm not throwing my man under the bus.
Well, let me just explain to the masses what happened. The last show we put out, what's today's date? The 3rd?
Yeah.
We are 3 days shy of a 2-month absence. Okay? Yeah. September 6th was the last show that we put out. And let me explain. So when you do these things, you got to do them on computers. And what's awesome about computers is that you have the ability to do things like this. But one thing that sucks is when your computer has so much freaking content where you got to maybe go purchase a tiny little USB, take all of your audio files, put them on that USB, and then wipe your computer clean because it's going extremely slow. So you factory reset it so everything's back to normal and running hot and heavy. And then you lose that USB. So I had this tiny. I said I lost it. I purchased it. I put the work onto it. I guess I could say I'm the one that lost it. But listen, I got 2 kids at home, man. I got two kids and an 8-month-old puppy. Who really lost the thing? It ain't Pops. And they're not old enough. They're probably this thing. Yeah, dude. Listen, my children are not old enough to comprehend what I'm saying and or know anything about what I'm talking about. So therefore, it's the freaking kid's fault. You know what I mean? It ain't Daddy's fault. No, it's not the host of this show's fault.
I'm gonna tell you now. Either the puppy ate it, or Lola May flushed it down the toilet. That's what happened. I'm telling you. I can guarantee it.
She chucks stuff in the duster holder all the freaking time. So, she just, hey, no pun intended, May. But, So how we're able to do the show today is I've been thinking back and forth, how can I find this audio? I downloaded different programs on my computer to try to get the old files back that have been deleted. Did not work. And then I reached out to Kyle Cruz because the voice that you hear on our intro music is Kyle Cruz. When I was at the Western New York PodCon and I was a part of their show live, he said some things about me, and we dubbed it in to make our intro music, the intro music that you just heard. Yeah. And I was able to do some voiceovers with that and made this really awesome intro music. So I reached out to him because I sent him a copy of it. I was like, hey, look, this is what I want to do. Is that all right with you if I use this thing? He's like, heck yeah, brother, go for it. So bam, I sent it to him. But I sent him the clips of just his voice, not mine. So when he sent it back to me, oh, dude, I was flipping. I was like, oh, my God, we are back on the air, baby. And then I played it, and it's like, no, I can't be back on the air yet. So then, after all this time, I was like, I know I sent that to John Boy. So then 2 days ago, I hit you up, or yesterday it was. I hit you up. I said, hey, do you still have that? You bet your butt I do. Now listen, I understand you're not big into the whole technology thing and might not even remember that I sent it to you. But if we collectively would have known that you had the file 7 days after the 6th of September, September 13th, we could have had a show out. I think that was a Friday. September 13th, we could have had a show out from here on out. So it is my fault, or it's my daughter's fault, as Johnny's saying. I'll give you that one so she can hear it later on in life. Uncle Johnny said it's your fault, Lil May. So the fact of the matter is, USB was lost, content was gone, content is found. We are back. I am Todd Orndorff. That's Johnny Simonetti. Bang Biscuit, we're here.
Here we are. Hey, you sent me the text yesterday and said, hey, dude, I sent you. You remember when I sent you the new intro music on email? And I'm like, yeah. He said, if you send that to me, we're back. And I'm like, okay, well, if I can't figure out how to send it to you, I'll get Dreamer to figure it out. I sat down and figured it out. I sent you 2 files. And then the next thing I know, I got a text that said, we're back.
Dude, it was freaking awesome.
That's cool.
Hey, hold on one sec.
Yep.
Hold on, Lola, I'm coming.
Oh, and just for the record, I blamed it on the puppy, not Lola.
I got to run upstairs, Johnny. Entertain these folks real quick.
I don't know how you want me to entertain these people.
Sing them a song.
I don't know. I can't sing songs. Hey, for the record, I'm glad we're back. I hope you all enjoy when we do a podcast. I don't even know what to talk about. I'm just glad we're back. It's been a long time. It was, and it was probably time needed because I know Todd had a lot of things going on. We've had a lot of things going on here in our household. My stepdad, he ended up having open heart surgery while we were out. He's doing well. I don't even know what else to say. It's just been a lot going on in the past 2 months. And, maybe we all needed this break, but hey, everything's doing good. We're back and looking forward to making people laugh and have a good time.
Woo!
Okay, good. I was like, shit, Todd's not back yet.
Nah, there was a problem. You want to know what the problem was?
What's that?
You won't understand because you don't have any young kids. Rescue Bots on Netflix stopped playing, and my daughter, the USB thief, she decided to try to pound a hole through my door. So Daddy had to go layeth the smacketh down on little old May and turn on Rescue Bots for her.
That's hilarious.
We're here, and we might be out of sync just a smidge, you and I, bro, because we haven't talked about anything. I haven't even asked you. Do we need to do a credential check?
No, I'm good. I've got one.
You do?
Yeah, I've got one.
All right,
nothing hard, but I've got one. I'm gonna tell you what, because you and I actually talked.
According to Dreamer, we know that. But go ahead.
Yeah, according, this morning, last night when we talked, now hold on, don't laugh. Last night when we talked, you talked about doing one this morning, and I'm like, dude, I'll do one in the morning, but damn, I don't know what I'm going to do for a credential check. I can't drink a beer, at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's too early. Well, hell, I rolled down to Shell Mart, and I bought me one of the Bud Light Clamatos that's got – I was actually looking for V8 juice. I was going to mix V8 juice and a beer just so I could say I had credentials this morning. Does that make sense? Have you heard of those?
No. And first of all, V8 juice is not a... Listen. Folks, if you're a new listener to this show, you need to understand credentials. It's a big part of this show. You are not allowed on my program unless you have at least one of the two credentials. And if you're a host or co-host, you need to have both. And, the bottom line is, if you've never listened to the show, you need to have a drink in hand. I prefer whiskey. I prefer everybody to have a whiskey, but some people don't want to have whiskey, which is fine. The other one is you got to choose snuff. So you're talking V8 juice, and we're drinking alcohol, and you have to have a ripper in the lip to do this show, and you're talking V8 juice.
V8 juice mixed with beer is freaking good. I went everywhere this morning.
You manly man, you.
Oh, no, listen to me, for real. Go get a V8 spicy. It's got to be a V8 spicy. Do half and half. Mix it with beer. Hey, you got a credential, but it's not that rough. They're good, dude. You got to try it. Promise me you try it.
This is the only show in the history of podcasts where you can sit down in your chair, record on a microphone, and have all your basic food groups covered in one time.
Exactly. I found V8 juice this morning. I'm running around this morning because I thought we were going to record maybe around 9 or 10. And I'm like, I can't just drink a freaking beer that early in the morning. I got to have a little something else. And I'm a spicy freak. I love spicy stuff, and I love V8 spicy juice. And that's what I was looking for this morning. And I could not find one. So I ended up going to Shell Mart, buying me a Bud Light Clamato, which is V8 juice and beer mixed together. It's all right. So since we didn't record this morning, I went ahead and drank it.
I would like to tell you why I was unable to record today, because I actually didn't even get to speak to you all day long until 25-30 minutes ago. And the reason being is because, well, tomorrow's a work day.
Yep.
A lot of things have changed since we've been on here, dude. I got a new position at work and everything. Like, things have been going crazy.
Yep.
But tomorrow's a work day, and there was 9 loads of laundry that got done today,
Nice.
along with cleaning the kitchen and a bunch of other stuff. So, yeah, dude, it was a busy day. Stuff had to get done. You know what I mean? So,
oh yeah,
but we're doing it now. We are here.
And trust me, I understand, dude. When you're raising a family, you've got things going on. Trust me, I understand. When you said, "Hey, man, it's going to work out better for me this evening," I'm like, "Okay, cool. That's fine with me." I had a bunch of stuff to do. My wife Dreama is still not home. She's got the volleyball tryouts tonight. She probably won't get home till 8 or 9 o'clock tonight, and it is 7 o'clock right now. So she's probably not going to get home till 9 o'clock. So, and we're busy. Trust me, I understand that life happens.
We're busy freaking folk, but that's cool that we're able to, still make time for all the listeners, because, dude, we got a bunch of them, as you know, so.
Yeah.
And, I know they didn't leave us, because I know that a lot of people have asked you, and a lot of people have asked me, like, where the heck is the show?
Yep.
I said, listen, there's stuff going on right now. I may have lost some content. I may have lost some things that I needed, and it'll be back on someday. Not really knowing if it was, because I don't know if I didn't know what the heck was going on, man. I was in a funk, like, you put so much time and effort into this, and then it's like ripped from you, but it's your own fault. So yeah, it sucks, but thankfully 2 months later we remembered one of the two of us actually had it.
Yeah, you remembered. You sent me the text, and I'm like, well, yeah, I got that, and here, I'll figure out how to send it to you. So yeah, we're good. No, I knew we'd be back. I wasn't worried about it. I wasn't sweating it. Like I said, while you were on your break taking care of Miss Lola May, we had a lot of things going on. You know, with my stepdad and having open heart surgery and all this other stuff. We had a lot of stuff going on. So, you know, there probably would have been times where you called me and I couldn't do it anyway. So it worked out for the best. But the main thing is we're back, ready to roll.
We are back. We are ready to roll. And you know what else we need to roll into right now?
Uh-oh, what's that, Bubba?
I know you've seen it. There's been something that's been launched by a particular company who you love and I love dearly. They may have been a part of my show at one point. They may have been an episode of my show at one point. Someone we talk about religiously on the show because we're both believers, not because we get paid.
Yep.
But because we deeply believe in a particular company and what they produce and what they offer the customer. And I'm a customer. You're a customer.
Yep. I know where you're going.
You know where I'm going? To lead the show, baby.
Yes, sir. I know where you're going. So, Reload Rub and Seasoning just launched a new blend, and it is called Magnum Steak and Pork Chop Blend. And I cannot wait to get my hands on some. I know that's I know that's where you're going.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not waiting. We're getting it in now. You know, we've been talking. I've been promoting these people since 2016, man. And I've been promoting the products 2016. It's been freaking awesome and great people. It's another reason why I do it. Not just because the product's bomb. Not just because they are friends of mine, but because their product is legit that good. And if you guys ever want to take your cooking game or grilling game up to the next level, stop with the mediocre BS in the kitchen. You know, if you listen, if you got a spicy señorita coming over to the house at some point, all right, and you know you want to cook her a little something, listen, don't McCormick's, all that all that other crap. Seriously, get rid of it because a family friend of ours, big cook, she loves to cook, cooks all the time for her family, which is great. I highly respect people who do that. And she sent me a picture after she heard me talking about Reload. She bought them, she tasted them, and sent me a picture of a garbage can with every single seasoning she had, some unopened, in her garbage can.
Yep.
That's how legit good this stuff is. And they just came out with the new Magnum. I am so freaking pumped to try it. I'm yet to do so. But if you want to do so, if you want to try Fully Loaded, the original blend, if you want to try Double Action, the sweet and smoky barbecue, if you want to try Pack and Heat, it's my favorite. It's legit my freaking favorite. And if you want to try High Caliber, the Chipotle garlic, and now the Magnum, reloadrub.com, type in Toddcast, TODDCAST, at checkout, save yourself 10%, feed your family some incredible flavor, and save money while doing so. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, I can't wait. I haven't ordered mine yet. I'm slacking on that. I cannot wait to try it because it looks so good. Did you see the picture on Instagram that they put up of the tomahawks that they did with the Magnum? Oh, my gosh, it made my mouth water, dude. Oh, I can't wait.
Dude, I did. I'm telling you, man. Like, I'm so anxious to get out in the woods. I've been out in the woods one day. That's how busy we are. Johnny's a hunter. I'm a hunter. It's what we do. We're men. Yep. And I've been out one day for 3 hours. Now, seeing what they do all the time, man, it's giving me the itch, and I got all the product upstairs, minus the Magnum, and it's like the things I could be doing right now. But you know what? They put Magnum out. Get out in the woods. Get your stuff. Go to the store. Get your stuff. Whatever you got to do and get their stuff and make yourself taste as good as it'll ever be.
Oh, yeah. Now, do you want me to tell you something depressing? And it's depressing to me, too. I have not stepped foot in the woods yet this year. Not one time.
The state of Virginia still not letting you hunt?
No, that has nothing to do with it. Let me tell you a quick story. So
The story goes back to Melrose, Massachusetts, 1998. Johnny
no, it
Cemetery.
does not. The story goes back to 2 weeks before the season came in. I have hunted the same two properties, private land, for the past 21 years. And I found out 2 weeks before the season came in that I lost my biggest property, which was 148 acres of prime hunting land. That's my favorite hunting land to be on, and I lost it 2 weeks before the season. Todd, I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. I've been so depressed. I haven't even wanted to hunt. I have not even bought a license yet. Have not stepped foot in the woods one time this year. I've got 2 weeks before rifle season comes in. I will have my license by then, but dude, it killed me. I totally lost my whole drive to be in the woods this year. I still have another smaller property to hunt that I've been hunting for the same amount of time that I will hunt during rifle season, but this year just totally has screwed me up so bad.
Nah, dude, I get it. Whenever I used to have private land to hunt on, and it was really freaking awesome, dude. And but I don't have that anymore because I moved.
Right.
But there's nothing. It's hard to describe. It's hard for. So, I feel like there's really not a gray area. It's whether you love hunting or you don't love hunting. It's whether you're for it or you're against it.
Yep.
There's not some, it might be okay, but this, you know what I mean? No, there's really nothing like that, And, there's such an advantage. And when you're doing it because you want to feed your family that way, private land people, I am so freaking jealous of.
Yeah.
Because here I am in central Pennsylvania, the heart of hunting, the heart of fishing in the state, and it's surrounded by nothing but state game lands, which is great because it gives people the opportunity. But, say, for instance, like first day rifle season here, man, it's like you're in freaking Gettysburg, dude. You're just bullets flying everywhere and stuff, like you legit got to be careful.
Yeah, I get it.
So but look, man, we spoke, and we got to make it happen. For everybody who doesn't know, I've never personally met Johnny.
No.
I have this guy on my show. I threaten to 86 him every show. He's still here. But we've never met in person. And this year, look, man, I've got a very sexy Savage 30-06 upstairs loaded in my bedroom. Okay?
Nice.
And I know that you have a couple firearms or two at your house as well.
Just a couple.
Just a smidge. You may have a deer rifle. It just so happens I have a deer rifle. And we're in driving distance, my man. We got to make it happen this year.
What are we? 5? I think we're 5 hours away. I think is what I.
That's a chip shot.
Okay. All right. Well,
it's not even far.
Well, see, and here's the thing, and this is another reason why I really haven't gotten my hunt license yet, because Virginia had a lot of game laws change this year. When I was a kid, I remember you could kill 2 a day. Okay, this was a long, long time ago. Well, Virginia changed the law this year where you can kill 2 a day all season long. Well, also during rifle season, when rifle season comes in 2 weeks, the whole 2 weeks of rifle season is either sex, which means you can kill a buck or you can kill a doe. And you can kill 2 a day still. So I'm like, all I want to do is put meat in my freezer. I don't care about the horns. Yes, I would love to kill a big buck every year, but I'm all about putting meat in my freezer. And I've been bow hunting since I was 22 years old. 7 years ago, I had to cross over to a crossbow because of a shoulder injury. So when hunting season came, this year is the first year in probably, 26 years that I have not been out on the first day of bow season. And yeah, it kind of killed me a little bit, but I was depressed, and I'm like, I just don't care. But so my goal is to go out during rifle season and put 4, 5, 6 in my freezer this year. Don't know if it'll happen, especially with losing the big property. The big property I had, that would not have been a problem. The little property I have, it may not work out, but there's still good deer around, and there's still plenty of deer around. But the big property that I lost kind of kicked me in the balls, losing that property 2 weeks before the season. So we'll see.
Heck yeah. Yeah, dude, that's totally understandable, because, well, I mean, like, when something like that's taken from you, like, that's like taking memories too, you know what I mean? It's taking, every time you set foot in the timbers, the wilderness, the woods, whatever the heck you want to call it, and you're in an area where you had a successful hunt before, like, you always relive those things. And it's one of the greatest joys of hunting. It's not I'm so sick and tired of people, you just want to go out there, you just murder animals. Shut up. It's nothing about that at all.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a quick little story.
All right.
So, as a hunter, you learn early on, especially up here in the horrendous winters that we get in Pennsylvania, don't chase freaking tracks. You're going to get circled, especially in an area you've never been. Well, talking about, like, making memories, good and bad and stuff, it teaches you a lot of life lessons, you know what I mean? It's not just about going out there and taking an animal. How many times have you gone out in the woods, Johnny, and not taken an animal? A heck of a lot more than times that you've gotten an animal.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what? Same for me. Clearfield, Pennsylvania. I was living in Maryland, and I had some time. I was going to come back to Pennsylvania, and I drove to Clearfield, Pennsylvania, because I brought up the Game Commission app, and I was like, I just want to hunt new freaking woods, some place I've never been. So I found this state game lands, 14,500 acres, in the middle of a very, very, very bad snowstorm. And I made the drive up from Maryland. It was 3.5 hours, and I got the rifle. I was walking through the woods, and I saw tracks the size. I've never seen tracks so big in my life. I've never seen prints so big. And obviously, I'm a guy. Listen, I can do this. I'm not going to get circled. Whatever. I've never been here, but I can obviously retrace my steps. It ended up not happening. I ended up sleeping at the base of a tree in the middle of the woods, 14,500 acres, about a mile from my car, all night long. And let me tell you, if you want to like learn about your own strength, your own inner strength, do that sometime in 1.5 foot of snow.
Oh wow!
It was absolutely horrendous. First of all, you got to deal with the sounds. You know what? We're hunters. That's freaking awesome. But you know what? When you can't see, you can understand some. You can understand what some noises are, but not all of them.
Yep.
So every now and then you might have a couple hairs sticking up on your arms or something. You know what I mean? Like, what the heck is that?
Yep.
And so I got lost. No cell service, or else I would have probably been able to get out of there. But I got circled up, and I slept at the base of a tree in Clearfield, Pennsylvania, in the middle of absolutely freaking nowhere.
Wow.
But it teaches you a lot about yourself mentally.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And just for the fact, say you're in a tree stand and there's nothing coming along, but you have one job, and that is to sit still the entire time. It doesn't matter if you're up high or not. If something's off in a distance, if something's off in a distance and like a little bit elevated, it's still going to be able to see you.
Yep.
Because you may be closer to eye level. So there's a lot of willpower and strength that you learn that you have when you're out in the woods, which ultimately can help you in other things in life. So I don't understand why on earth somebody would ever criticize a hunter. I don't even know how we got into this, but it just fires me up every freaking time. Last time I did something like this, I got kicked off the air for 1.5 years, but I'm not gonna punch Pete in the face this time. Yeah, but
I remember
so
that.
it's just, yeah, I know, I do too. But yeah, man, so.
Yeah.
like it's stuff like that. You know, like it's memories. It was sucked. It was scary. It was cool. It was frightening. But I'm thankful for it because I learned a lot about myself. It's not about going out and killing an animal.
That's not it.
It's about the experience, man.
See, that's, and I agree with you 100%. That's not the thing. Hey, do you know how many times I go out hunting? When I go out on the first day of bow season, and I hunt from bow season to muzzleloader season and not see a deer, you know what? I'm okay with that because it's the simple fact, sitting in a tree, watching the woods come alive, listening to the birds, watching the squirrels. I could care less. Yes, of course, that's my goal every day is to go out, and I don't want to say kill an animal. Yeah, it's killing an animal, but that's putting meat in my freezer for my family because we all eat it. My daughter absolutely loves deer meat. My wife loves deer meat. I don't have to go out and shoot something every day. It's the simple fact that's my relaxation, sitting in the tree stand, just watching the world come to life. So, and people who are non-hunters, they don't get it. You know what? That's not how you were raised. You don't get it. And I'm okay with that, but man,
it doesn't mean it's wrong.
That's right. Thank you. That is beautifully said. It doesn't mean it's wrong. You're exactly right. Pisses me off. People give me a hard time and I don't get much hate mail. I don't get any hate mail. I don't tolerate hate mail. If you send me hate mail, guess what? You get blocked. But it's the people that don't realize where we're coming from as a hunter. How do you think your ancestors survived? That's one of the things I told you, a lady up here at Exxon. I said, how do you think your ancestors survived? I said, they didn't always eat freaking lettuce or carrots. They ate meat.
I'm native. Heck yeah, that's what we did.
Anyway, come on, man, don't get me riled up tonight. Our first podcast back in 2 months. You trying to get me riled up?
Yeah, I should get you riled up. You had everything we needed. And you didn't even know it.
I didn't know, dude. I didn't know what you were... Shit, yeah, I've had that from day one when you said it to me. Yeah, I didn't know. You're like, do you remember when I sent you that? I'm like, yeah, I still have it. Oh, shit, send it to me. 10 minutes later, I get a text, we're back.
I am in the middle of a mall, a very large mall, in a certain town in Pennsylvania yesterday, in a little kids zone that they got so the mamas can go shopping and the daddies can take their kids to this little play area, whatever, stuff they can climb up and jungle gyms and stuff inside. And she's sitting on this school bus that's powered by a quarter if you put it in or whatever. She's sitting there, you send me the thing, I open the thing, I hear the music, and I made some noise, and it started to get louder before I shut myself up because I was yelling. I was so stoked!
You sent me to Marco, and you're like, dude, I just embarrassed so many people. He said, Todd said, I yelled in front of the mall. It's like, yes! We're back! Oh, that's
dude,
good
you
shit.
You have no idea the feeling that I had. None. It was depressing. I tore cabinets apart, dude. I'm not kidding you. I took stuff out. I dumped stuff out. I put crap back in, and it annoyed me because there was a mess there that I made again. After many more messes in this house I probably made trying to find this thing, I thought it was under my dining room table, under a rug, because 2 months ago I painted a wall and had to fold a rug up. I thought it was underneath there. I moved the table. I moved the rug. Not there. Had to put the monster back. It sucked. And Johnny had it the entire time.
Oh, that's good shit, brother. That's good stuff. Hey, what's important is we're back up and running. We'll get one, we'll pump one out, we'll try to do another one this week. I think that was your plan. Hey, we're back. That's all that matters.
This show drops Thursdays, folks. I'm sorry, what day do we drop? It's been Fridays! This show drops on Fridays. And the bottom line is we're putting one out today. This is going to come out on Monday. We were recording Sunday night. Just so you guys know, you're going to hear this tomorrow.
Yep.
We're putting one out just as a little thank you and a hello again to everybody, because it's been almost 2 months since it's been able to come out. It's kind of funny. At my job, a lot of people know that I have a podcast, and a lot of people have started listening to the show, which is cool. And a lot of times now when people say, "Hey Todd," to try to get my attention, it's now, "Hey Toddcast." So so Toddcast has become a nickname at my show. The guy who says that most of the time, he's going to end up listening to this, I know it. So a little shout out to you, Mr. Jeremiah. But Johnny, I didn't want to stay on here too late, my man, because I think we're going to have a lot to talk about on Friday. There's been a lot going on in the world and a lot going on in our lives, so I just wanted to get on here and share the story about what's going on, maybe ruffle a couple of your feathers with the honey thing, and say that I'll see you in Virginia soon, my man, because we're going to make this happen. We're finally going to meet.
Damn, I hope so, brother. I hope so.
How can everybody... Yeah, go for it.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. And
go.
when you were talking about people who were asking about, hey, when you coming back? I got to give a shout out to my man D-Rock from East Coast Bow Hunting Podcast. I called him one evening, just wanted to give him a holler because I knew he was getting ready to go to Ohio to hunt with my man Keith Sirach up in Ohio for Tattooed in the Wild. And he's like, and he asked me, he said, "Are you still doing this podcast thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Just give us, we're having some difficulties right now, but we'll be back." So I wanted to give a shout out to D-Rock from East Coast Bow Hunting Podcast. And of course, as always, Titty and Shiner Show, because they've been after me every week. "Hey man, what's going on? I'm like, "We're coming. We're all right. Just give us some time. We got a lot of things going on." So we're back.
Yeah, they gave us a lot of love a couple episodes ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't forget that. I thought that was pretty awesome. So shout out to Titty and Shiner. We appreciate all the love and support that everybody gives us, everybody from all over the country and all over the world, because we are in other countries. We are in 9 other countries right now, and
nice.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty wild, man. It's been a great ride, and it's only going to get larger, as it has been.
That's right.
It's been growing every week. We're getting a new country every week. Things have been rocking and rolling and strutting and strolling, baby.
That's right.
So where can everybody find you on social media, my man?
Johnny Simo, Tattooed in the Wild on Instagram is the best place to find me, and that's the only one I'm throwing out. Johnny Simo, Tattooed in the Wild is where you can find me. You can find me at Todd Orner from the Toddcast on Facebook and Instagram, and on the Toddcast at gmail.com. Every week we put out for listener questions. It's one of the best segments of the show. We get some entertaining questions, don't we, Johnny? To say the least.
To say the least. There's people who write those questions. I promise you we'll write questions again, so make sure you tune in to listen. They're always directed towards me or Johnny, our thoughts and opinions or stories about ourselves. So make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you guys check it out. Todd Orner for the Toddcast, Facebook and Instagram, on the Toddcast at gmail.com if you would like to get a hold of the show. Check us out. And one more time, check out Magnum, reloadrub.com. And also, if you're interested in all things Reload Rub, make sure you go to podcast. Make sure you go to episode 3. It featured me, Todd Orndorff, episode entitled Enigma. Make sure you check it out. It's my life story, how I come from stuttering in sports and make my way into podcasting, sitting across here virtually in a virtual reality form across from Johnny right now, talking to you guys. So, reloadrub.com. At checkout, make sure you use Toddcast, Toddcast. Johnny, it's been fun, my man. Welcome back.
As always. Appreciate it, brother. It's been a blast, as always.
I'll talk to you soon, my homie.
My homie, peace.
Out.
We're talking about a man
That's me.
whose esteem is known worldwide.
You heard him.
He has listeners everywhere. Damn near every corner of the globe.
That's far.
Mr. Todd Orner.
Let's go. I'm a podcast veteran, been in the game for 10 years. I got the co-host that knows most, and that's Johnny. And I'm Toddy. This is the TC